Okay. Okay, so let's start. And to start with, oh, hi, Dominic. That's my niece. Great to see you. And Miwa-san, Dolphin's here. Christine Cook. I think I remember your name. Yeah, that's great. Ann-san's here. April is probably from Saskatoon. Tammy's. Yeah, probably. Okay, so let's go around. There's many people here, but I would like to hear your voice. So let's go around and say your name and where you're from, and just one comment, because it's going to take forever if everyone speak a minute. Yeah, so just one comment. Okay, let's start with Margie. Oh, you need to unmute.
So sorry. Hi, I'm Margie. I live on Vancouver Island in BC, Canada, and Reiki is very dear to my heart.
That's great. Thank you coming. Thank you for coming. Now, Sue from Tennessee.
I am Sue Benito, and I'm in the Tri-Cities area of Tennessee and expanding my practice.
That's great. Thank you. And Yuko Kara-san.
Hi, I'm Yuko from Seattle area in the US. Glad to be here. Trying to keep going.
That's great. Thank you. Kasaya?
Everybody, I'm Casalia and I'm from Northern California. And I just love these gatherings where I get to see everybody's beautiful face. Thank you, Mary-san, for doing this.
Thank you very much. Good. And Lori Chambers.
I'm from Central Coast, California, and I'm just happy to be here. Really happy.
Great. Thank you so much. And Tanya from Connecticut.
Yes. Hi, everybody. Nice to be here.
That's great. Thank you. Kelly?
Hi, everyone. I'm Kelly from Vancouver, BC, Canada. Nice to be here. Nice to see your faces.
Great. Thank you. And Christy Kling from
Hi, Christy from Chilliwack. Yes, my apologies. I'll have to be driving and probably have to leave. So hoping to hear as many answers to all the good questions.
Yes, I will record. And when I record it, when I share with the personal, with the individual, I just ask not to share with the other people. But yeah, because I don't have a time to edit everything. Yeah, but you can at least listen or watch it. Yeah. Okay, Peter.
Good evening, Mari-san, everybody. Very happy to be here from San Diego, California. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And Kate.
Hi, my name is Kate, and I am in Kentucky, and I just got my Shodan.
That's wonderful. Kentucky. That's pretty new, I think. That's great. Thank you so much. And Jim and Jeanette-san.
Hi, I'm Jim
Hi, Jeanette here.
from Fairfield, Connecticut.
Thank you for facilitating, Mari-san. Once again, it's good to be here. Hi, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to see everyone. Thank you. And Carly.
I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia, and I'm here because I like hanging out around with Mari. Wisdom every once in a while.
Thank you so much. And Jan-san.
Hi everyone, I'm Jan from New York City, US. Thank you, Mari-san, and so wonderful to see everybody.
Great, thank you. And Yukiko-san. あれ、聞こえないぞ。ミュートなってるけど、スピーカーがコネクトなってないかな
Can you hear me?
あ、はい、聞こえます。
Hi, this is Yukiko Miyawaki. I live in New York City. I'm from Japan, and I'm happy to reconnect.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Midori-san.
Hi, my name is Midori Nishimura. I'm near Vancouver, BC. Nice to meet you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. And Thomas.
Hi, I'm Thomas. I'm calling from the city of New York, from the Upper West Side of Manhattan, to be specific. Thank you for having me. I'm new as of October.
That's wonderful. Welcome. Thank you so much. Jessica.
Hello, everyone. So good to be here, and thank you so much, Mari Sensei, for facilitating this. I'm from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Wonderful. That's great. Thank you. And Denis.
Hi, I'm Denis. I'm from Langley, BC, which is near Vancouver. And the last time I learned so much stuff, I was so happy. So, and you are my distance Reiki teacher. So
Okay.
it's great with you.
Good. Thank you. Good to see you. And Ellie.
Hi, I'm Ellie from LA. I just finished my Okuden training with Dr. Maria Danilichev in San Diego. And so, but this is my second meeting. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Good. And Anna-san, Anna Sano-san.
Hello, I probably introduced myself already before without knowing. Sorry about that. My name's Anna, from Richmond, BC. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. And Susan.
Hi, I'm Susan. I'm from Maple Ridge, just outside of Vancouver, and happy to reconnect with the Reiki community.
Wonderful. Good to see you. Thank you so much. And Miyuki-san.
Hi, my name is Miyuki from Japan and I live on Vancouver Island. Nice to see everyone's faces.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
And April. I'm gonna ask.
Hello, I'm
Hey.
April from Regina. Nice to see you all.
Thank you for coming.
Thank
Great.
you.
Regina, Central Canada. Good. And Benson-san, Anson.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ann. I live in Westchester County in the town of Armonk, and it's so wonderful to see everybody's faces and my Shodan teachers from Fairfield, Connecticut.
Nice connection. That's great. Thank you so much. And Kristen-san, Kristen
Hi,
Cooks.
Kristen. I'm here from New York area, and my teachers Jen and Jim and Jeanette and Anne are. It's nice to see everyone's faces.
That's nice. It's such a great example that you're learning from different teachers. And even though the teaching is the same, everybody has a different flavor in the class, and you learn so much by learning from different teachers. So thank you for sharing your teachers. Okay. Okay, and Dolphin.
Konnichiwa, everyone. Dolphin. I'm a Shihan from Saskatoon, the center of the universe in Canada. And I was just in Japan this summer for the first time, and I can't wait to go back again. It was amazing.
Oh, that's great. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. And Miwa-san.
Hi, everybody. My name is Miwa, and I live in Vancouver. It's my actually first time on the Zoom, and so happy to see so many people. And yes, I have Okuden. Thank you so much.
That's great. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
And Dominic.
Hi, my name is Dominique. I'm on Vancouver Island in Victoria, and I've never done one of these, and I thought it's nice to see my aunt again.
Which is me. I married to her mother. No, I married to her mother's brother. Good. Nice to see you. And Michelle.
Hi everyone, I'm Michelle from Long Island, New York. I
I just finished my Okuden training 2 days ago with Jen. So
Oh, welcome.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Thank you for coming. And Ray-san.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Ray from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm so glad to be here. I thought it was going to be last week, and I was worried I would have to miss it. So, yay.
Initially, it was last week, but my schedule changed and it changed to here.
Wonderful.
And many people could make it, so that was better.
Yeah.
Good, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Chandria, nice to see you.
Hello, I'm Chandria from Fairmont Hot Springs, British Columbia, so the east side of the province. And this is the first time I've been able to hop on one of these, so it's really good to see you, Mary.
Yes, yeah, it's nice to see you. Thank you for coming.
Bet.
And Sherry Larson, I'm gonna ask you to unmute.
Hi, I'm Sherry from Roslyn, BC. Hi from the mountains. Nice to be here.
Great, thank you. Anya.
Yeah, I am Anya. I'm Shihankaku from Nelson, BC, so close to Sherry living.
That's great. She just finished the first student class. Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you,
And
Marisa.
yeah, thank you. And rest of the people, I don't see the face. Mary and Andre. Oh, there you go. I can hear your voice maybe.
Hi, Mary from Golden, BC. I'm off grid, so mostly in the dark at the moment. Honored to be here.
That's
Thank
great.
you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Andrea and Alexi, can we hear your voice? Maybe not. Yeah, they're probably a listener. Maya-san. Oh, there's a mosquito. Maybe she's a listener too. That's great. Okay, let's start. Can we take a screenshot? If you don't want to be on social network, I like social networks. I post everything. So if you don't want to be on a social network, you can just close the video. I'm gonna take a photo now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. There you go. Good, thank you. Okay, now I will go over questions. Just a minute. Speak. Oh, yeah, just a minute. What's happening here? There. Okay. So start with combining Reiki with acupuncture. So this often I hear it often from the acupuncturists. They combine Reiki with acupuncture, and how they do is that they do Reiki before the acupuncture session, or once they put the needle in, they place hands around it, or after they finish the acupuncture session, they finish with Reiki. Seems like I don't have a, license of acupuncture, but hearing from them, it seems like if they do Reiki before acupuncture, the muscle relaxes and it's easy to get the needle in. That's what I hear. And yeah, so, and then according to them, from the Eastern medicine point of view, the energy and blood is flowing together. And when the energy is flowing, that pushes the blood flow. So energy is a critical part of acupuncture. And so if the energy is lacking, there's nothing that pushing the blood flow. So energy, doing the Reiki really helps to get the actual blood flow. Yeah, so for people combining the acupuncture and Reiki, it's really bring the good effect. Yeah, so if you know acupuncture, or actually my niece is training to be a acupuncturist, so it's a good session for her to be here today. Start with the acupuncture. But when it comes to the requirement, So this is a question from acupuncturists who learn Jikden Reiki because they already have acupuncture clients. So they are asking, is it okay to count Reiki session to the requirement hours? Just a minute, there's somebody came in. Hi, Shoko-san. She's coming in. I'll just say hi when I see the face. Yeah, so when it comes to the requirement, please don't mix it. Mixing the session is great, but as part of the Shihankaku requirement, please don't mix it. The reason is that we just don't know which one is working. If you mix the two sessions, Reiki and acupuncture, and if they get the result, you don't know which one was worked. So as part of the Shihankaku requirement, we just want to stick with just Reiki. And another reason is just by offering Reiki, the client gets interested in Reiki itself, not the combined session. So we want them to know what's the Reiki's effect. Plus, another reason is that if you offer Reiki and acupuncture session combination to start with, then client might think that it has to be combined together, otherwise it won't work. Yeah, Reiki has a really great effect, and acupuncture has another different great effect. So by experiencing both separately, then they know which one worked what way. Yeah, so that's why we don't mix it as part of the Shihankaku requirement. Yeah. So that's one question. There's one of the Daishihan of Jikden Reiki. She is a long-term acupuncturist, and she learned Reiki, Jikden Reiki, and she was starting to teach Jikden Reiki to her acupuncture clients. Now she only does Reiki because it's just so much easier and people can do self-care and it's about energy flow. So she's like, Reiki is good, as good as acupuncture. Acupuncture in Japan is a national license, so it takes 3-4 years, full-time schooling. Yeah, but Reiki is 3 days and it still brings a good effect. Yeah, so she says, I'm getting old and yeah, so Reiki is just perfect for me, for her as a practitioner and for them as a receiver. Yeah, so you can be confident you're doing a really good session for others when you offer Reiki. Yeah. Okay, next question is it okay for Reiki student to give Reiki to Shihan and Shihankaku teachers? Yes, of course, we are all equal. Some people say that, oh, I taught my student how to do Reiki, so I shouldn't be receiving because I should be better, better in a health condition than student. I think you don't have to think that way. We're all equal and we all have a alive body. And we're just because we become a teacher, we didn't become a cyborg or robot that doesn't get sick. We all get sick once in a while and also get injured once in a while. It's great to ask help from students as well. Yeah, and receiving as a teacher is good part of the learning as well. Receiving from the new practitioner, you know that you would know that okay, hands are too heavy, it's not comfortable, it's agitating, it's not comfortable. So you get experience from the new practitioner, and then now you know how to teach to others. Yeah, so it's good to receive from the student. When it comes to during the class, you might want to offer the practice session to the new students or repeaters. You don't jump into the table when the big seminar is happening. You offer to the students and review people. And if there's a space, then Shihankaku and Shihan can hop on the table. Yeah, but offer to those people who's not experiencing Reiki session so often. So that's the difference. Okay. Next is, can Reiki remove intestinal worms? Yeah, so that's, I think it was from Anya. Yeah, and no, it's just like Reiki doesn't get rid of the mosquito in a room or cockroach in a room. It doesn't, just by having Reiki session, it doesn't kick out the intestinal worms. Yeah, so my suggestion is to get the proper treatment, maybe from the Western medical system, like deworming, or there's natural herbs like wormwood. Yeah, wormwood. Yeah, I think so. It's really bitter tincture that can get rid of the worms, parasite in intestine. So you get the proper treatment, then you can, if you use the medical, like a medication, Western medical medication, then there might be side effect. So you can do Reiki to help the side effect or get rid of the unnecessary chemical in your body. Then keep doing Reiki, then to the body become more healthy state, and they would be able to get rid of the unnecessary parasite. When it come in, it goes out. So when the body is nice and clean and immune system is working, the unnecessary thing comes in. Body knows how to get rid of it right away. Like, for example, if you eat the wrong food, if the body is contaminated with a lot of toxin, then it's hard to get rid of it. But if the body is clean and if you eat the wrong food, then the body knows what to get rid of it. And within 2 hours or so, you start to have a diarrhea. And once you have a diarrhea, it's gone. Right? So it's important to keep the body clean and also immune system going. Yeah. But Reiki is not a bug spray. So yeah, if the parasite is living in the intestine, you get the proper treatment. Then use Reiki after. Yeah. Okay. Next. What can I think about during the Reiki session? What to think about, what not to think about during the session. This is quite common question during the seminar, especially from the new people. It's best to not to think about anything, but that's difficult, right? Yeah, so you can think about anything else, what to do for dinner, or oh, that puppy was nice, or weather is really windy and that kind of thing. But I would suggest not to think about to heal that person. So that's the only thing that I suggest. Don't think about, do your best to heal this person. Don't do your best to bring lots of Reiki to that person. I hope this session works better. I hope this person gets better after this session. Just stay away from that thought. Yeah, but yeah, so that's the only thing I suggest. You can think about everything else, but not to think about healing. The reason is that once you start to think that way, then you start to pour your energy into the session, and after the session, you get exhausted. Yeah, so with Reiki, we just become a pipe, right? And then just be so neutral. So then Reiki can flow from outside and go through our body and come out from the hands. That's a Reiki. Yeah, so you don't use your energy to do the session. Yeah. That's it. Okay. And yeah, there's some comments coming in. Yeah, I'll go over the comments later. Okay, and next. Why is the Reiki I learned practiced as hands-off instead of hands-on? That's a common question as well. Reiki is commonly known as a hands-off session. So the about 2 inches of the body, it's hovering. And often when you see the Google, like when you search Google, about Reiki, then the photo is hands off. But originally it was hands on. And when Usi Sensei, Hai Sensei, Chiyoko Sensei was teaching, it was hands on, touching the body. The reason it became hands off is because when Reiki came out from Japan and went out to Hawaii and then through Takata Sensei and go out to the mainland in the United States and Canada, the health regulations started to kick in. And especially in the United States, some states has a really strong health regulation. So that means that if you're not doctor or a licensed massage therapist or occupational therapist or certain medical practitioners, you can't touch the person to do the healing. So that's why Reiki is public people, non-medical related people are doing. So we're in that regulation, they can't really touch the person to do the healing. That's why it became hands off. So it's not touching, but I'm not touching, but I'm doing healing. Right? So that's yeah, it's just because of the health regulation. That's the reason that concept of the byosen and also concept of the kumo was eliminated because byosen, you feel byosen when you touch the body and do the physical treatment, and it's time to piri and pulsing, and you do kumo. But if you're not touching, then you don't feel byosen. If you don't feel byosen, then you don't do kumo. And that's why that from the Western medical, Western Reiki community, the concept of the kumo and byosen was not taught. That's why it's often when the Western Reiki master comes to learn with the Jikiden Reiki, they're quite surprised that, oh, we didn't know about that. And we kind of knew about the sensation, and I was wondering about it, but even Reiki masters were surprised to hear the concept of the Byosen. And another thing that wasn't taught was Kekko, Ketsueki Kokanho. It involves with the patting and stroking, right? So that looks like a massage and it's touching. We are touching the body. So we are not, people are not allowed to do that in the state or places that has a strong health regulations. Yeah, that's why Ketsueki Kokanho was eliminated. And instead, the aura cleansing was introduced. So aura cleansing is not touching, but hovering above the body and sort of like raking the body at the end of the session. Yeah, yeah. So that's yeah. The reason is because of the health regulations. Yeah. Okay. I move on to the next questions. Group healing, can we do the group healing with one practitioner to 10 receivers with Jikiden Reiki? No, we can't do that. That person was doing the sound healing. So she was looking at the Jikiden Reiki from sound healing point of view. So sound healer, they sit in front of the people and it has crystal balls, and they use crystal balls. And then there's 10, 20 people laying down and receiving the sound healing. That's wonderful. But with the Jikiden Reiki point of view, we can't do it because usually it's one-on-one or multiple to one body, because we want to touch the body and feel the byosen and read the byosen, what the body is saying to our hands, then we can continue the treatment. But from 1 against 20, it's just not possible. We only have 2 hands, right? And we can't really feel the byosen. So yeah, so that's why we don't do the group healing from 1 practitioner to 10 receivers. Okay. Next. Can Reiki bring good fortune or improve luck? It's interesting questions. Indirectly, maybe, but Reiki is not, Jikiden, especially with Jikiden Reiki, the purpose is not to bring the fortune or improve the luck. The purpose is to do the treatment for the sickness and sickness and injured, and also the mental illness. Yeah, by doing that, by doing the treatment, it might be able to bring the good fortune or improve the luck because your energy is clear and you're thinking more straight. You're not caught up with the worry and all the thoughts. Yeah, but the foundation of Jikiden Reiki is to do the treatment. Skipping that, nothing happens. Yeah, some people think that by learning Reiki, it can improve the life. Indirectly, yes, but if you don't do the treatment, nothing happens. So we need to know that the foundation of Reiki is to do the treatment for ourselves and others. Okay. Okay, next. How to give Reiki if you only have a reclining chair? Yeah, that's a good question. Uh, with the Reiki, you don't have to have a beautiful Reiki room set up, or you don't have to buy massage table. But having the massage table is really easy for us as a giver to do Reiki because then the height is correct and then yeah. But the reclining chair, it's another thing. Reclining chair or the zero gravity chair, you can fold it and you can bring it to the camping and it has this chair, right? And you can tilt it and you can the person can't lie down face down on the reclining chair, so it's most likely for the head or maybe for the chest or for the feet. But when it's good to do on the head, so by sitting towards the head and bring the reclining the back part to the right height and put the hands like this, and it's really easy because your arms are resting on the edge of the chair, the headrest part, so you can sit forever by doing that. Yeah, so that's how you can do with the reclining chair. And coming to the side of the reclining chair, you might not be comfortable because you have to reach over and then the angle is not correct. Yeah, so by using reclining chair, it's good to work on the head or the feet. You can just hold the feet. Yeah. And a similar question is how to perform Reiki for someone hospitalized in a hospital, on a hospital bed. Yeah, so either in a hospital or the hospital bed is coming to the house and do the hospital bed. This can be really challenging because hospital bed is wide and then they are laying down in the center of the bed. So by reaching to the body is really difficult. So if they can move towards the edge of the bed, you can ask them to move towards the edge of the bed. So then you can place their hands. And depends on the hospital, the visitor cannot change the height of the bed. So you have to ask the nurse or the manager or whoever in charge of the room if it's okay to bring the bed higher up. So then you can stand and place your hands in on a correct height. Otherwise, if it's the normal height, it's really difficult because your knee doesn't go in under the bed and you're still reaching over. Yeah, and sometimes there's breathing beside them. Yeah, so yeah, it's challenging. Plus, often they're hooked up with the tubes and everything. So there might not be a good place to place their hands. In that case, you can just hold the hands, or you can come around to the feet and just hold the feet. So that's how I was doing Reiki at the hospital. And one more tip when you visit the hospital or the people who are on a hospital bed is bring maybe 2 pillows. So then you can put the pillow between the bed and your chest. So then you can lean over and your body is not against the metal railing. Yeah, then you can do Reiki for a long time. So that's what I would do. Next, can the Kekko technique be done using a chair? This is a rare case. If you're doing Kekko for example, for pregnant mom or people who has a stomach issue or who can't lay down on the face down because of neck issue or whatever, then you can ask them to sit on a chair and you can do Kekko. But then, so when you sit on a chair, you put the backrest to the side and then let them sit on a chair with the back open. And the rest is just about the same. So you do the kumo on the base of the skull. You can do this, and you can do the kumo on the sacrum area. And you can do this one. But you have to skip the legs because usually when you do Kekko, it's a back side of the legs. And by sitting, it's impossible to access to the back side of the leg. So unfortunately, you can't really do Kekko on the legs if they're sitting on a chair, but you can do the whole upper body part. Yeah. So you can do this, rub the back, and then just yeah. So that's you can do. So that's how you can do for the with the chair. Now, palliative care. Do you have there's a that question was this lady was doing Reiki for the person who's fighting cancer and probably towards the end of the life, and she was saying that Reiki doesn't revive the life, or Reiki is not helping to reverse the condition. Should I still do it? Is it forceful to do Reiki for the people who already know that they are dying? And or should I even offer it? And what's your experience? So my experience with that, I used to do a volunteer at the hospice, and I do Reiki for the people who has 2 weeks left or maybe 2 hours left. It didn't matter to me. I just show up and do Reiki. If they want to have Reiki, then I'll do it. And they might be suffering with the pain, or they might be suffering with anxiety because they're facing the death. But by offering Reiki, we're not looking for cure anymore. We're offering the peace for their mind. So no matter what, I would do Reiki in that situation. And if they can sleep for 20 minutes, that 20 minutes, they're not thinking about the death, or they're not worrying about what's going to happen after. That 20 minute is blank, and that blank in the brain can reset, and then when they wake up, they're refreshed, and they're not that fearful of death, or they're not that worried about the future. So just by doing that, I think it worthwhile to do Reiki, even though they're dying. You just do it. Yeah. And by dealing with the person who's facing the death, we learn so much from that stage. Yeah. And then we learn, we feel the deep gratitude that how lucky to be able to breathe normally, how lucky to be able to walk or eat normally. And so by communicating with them, our life becomes really valuable, and we start to feel like, okay, I need to precious one second at a time, right? Yeah, so I really suggest that if you have any opportunity to do Reiki for the palliative care patient, just do it. Yeah, don't think about making them feel better or anything. Just be there as being. Be there as a big tree. Bring the nature to that hospital. Yeah. One of the experience that it really saddens me, and also at the same time appreciate my life, is that when I was doing Reiki for the person who's in palliative care, but I still cared at home, I was doing Reiki for the husband who's in that who's fighting cancer, and then wife came in. And then she said, "Can I talk to my husband?" And then I said yes, and she's talked to the husband, and she said, "I just came back from the hospice and I had a meeting, and then tomorrow or day after tomorrow we can move to the hospice." And then I thought, oh, it was such heart-wrenching moment, that once they move to hospice, they're like, okay, it's not that long. And how hard for the wife to tell the husband that tomorrow or day after tomorrow they're ready to have you there. And then the wife have some husbands like, okay. And I still remember that moment. And I came home to my husband and I thought how precious to have like talking normally, right? Yeah, so having that kind of experience fulfill our life and life purpose. So I suggest no matter what you do, Reiki. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and that was the questions that I received, and I see some questions here. How do you do distant Reiki on inside the hand? What does that mean? How do you do distant Reiki on inside the hand? Inside the hand. Hand. Yeah, so everybody, I think there's a person who hasn't learned Okuden class, so I can't go into too much in detail. Hopefully that person will go back to the teacher and learn Okuden class and it'll make sense. But when you do distant Reiki, you imagine the little person and they imagine the actual body parts to treat. And when you imagine the body parts, you expand it to the bigger size. Yeah, so it's the same thing happens inside the hand. You imagine the hand is actually on a actual size, and then imagine that you're placing hands on that area. Yeah, okay, so Denise is, okay, good, thank you. Yeah, you got it, good. And next, my dad loved Reiki in yes, he felt his mind because became clear for a short time. He had the dementia and he felt so relaxed and loved. He loved those sessions. Oh, thank you for sharing, Dolphin. Yeah, this kind of real voice is really important for us to listen here because many people hasn't experienced the Reiki as a palliative care. Yeah, so having the real experience and sharing with the others is really important and it's really motivate us. Yeah, thank you. And this one. Another question. You have very beautiful art here. This one. Yeah, this one came with my house. It's really Japanese style. There's a massage table and piano, you can see. Yeah, it's I can imagine Usi Sensei was teaching in that kind of environment. There's a doorway right there, and there's a separate room you can close with a screen, and then people can wait here. And Usi Sensei was doing Reiki on a different room. Yes, I can really picture that. So it's kind of really special to be able to teach Reiki in a really traditional Japanese house. And another question here in the chat is how does the radioactivity of the body affect the practitioner? For example, for a person doing a radioactive injection treatment and for the practitioner to give them Reiki. This one, probably the, what is that called? I can't remember the chemotherapy, not the chemotherapy, radiation. Yeah, radiation therapy. I've done many people who went to the radiation therapy and straight to my Reiki session. I didn't have any effect from them. Yeah, so I wouldn't worry, but maybe for some sensitive people, they might feel it. But I usually have a cloth between their skin and my hands, so I'm not directly touching. If you touch directly on the skin on skin, you might get it, but I personally haven't experienced that. Yeah, and the same thing with the chemotherapy too. They are saying that if you be with the people who just went through the chemotherapy, you might get effect, but I didn't have a effect from that. Yeah, so I don't have a good answer for that. Sorry about that. And another question is giving Reiki treatment to those who have seizures. Any information on that regards, please? Yes, I've been working on that person. I'm currently working on a person who suffers with a seizure, and I just do normally. Yeah, and yeah, nothing different. So do on the head is good. And we noticed that the its seizure is less intense and less frequent. Yeah. And for the people who has a seizure, they have to rest their brain. Yeah, so the sleep is important and also meditation kind of activity is important. So Reiki really helps for them. Yeah, so I would continue it. Yeah. Yeah. Good. And I skipped Tommy-san. Sorry about that, Tommy-san. We're
大丈夫。
ごめんなさい。Where do you want to introduce? Sorry about that.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm Tomi. I'm in Brooklyn, New York, and I did Okuden in October with Jan.
That's great. Thank you so much. Welcome to the community. I'm
you.
sorry I skipped you.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Actually, since I'm unmuted, can I ask a question?
Mhm.
I'm just wondering if you have advice about treating arthritis beyond just like holding wherever it is or the head, if there's any other advice you have about areas to focus.
Yeah, so if the pain is really severe on the area, rubbing is good. Rubbing for a while and then let it rest and rubbing. That's good. And also the arthritis is usually it's rheumatoid arthritis or
Osteoarthritis.
yeah, so it's probably the toxin is stuck in the joints as well. Yeah, so important to purify the blood. To do that, it's good to work on the kidneys as well. Yeah, and kidneys, and also if you work on the digestion area, stomach and intestine area, it'll heat up the entire body and get the circulation going. Yeah, and it might help to reduce the pain or reduce the mobility, improve the mobility. Yeah, but key is to continue it. Yeah, arthritis is a chronic condition, and it took a long time to get to that point. So it takes a long time to reverse the condition. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your question. Okay, so I've gone through the whole questions, so I'm aware of time. And if you need to, there, Ansan is. Any price changing for a seminar in Canada and United States? Yeah, in Canada, recently, like last year or a year before, we increased it. Yeah, and to do that, we have to raise our voice so then we can talk to the institute. So for United States, I haven't heard. Well, I starting to hear from here and there that it needs to increase a little bit because the rent is higher and the things like groceries are higher too. So the Reiki class fee should be higher too. So that's what I hear. But somebody has to get the voice together and then present to the institute so then institute can consider about increasing the price. Yeah, so we need to make a movement as well. Yeah. And Ansan's question, other questions about is there any plan of having another Daishihan or maybe representative who can teach Shihan class in other than Tadao Sensei. Our Java Sensei was teaching Shihan class, but since he stepped out from the position, well, not just the position, but the Jikiden Reiki community, so we only have Tadao Sensei who can teach Shihan. Yeah, so I'm asking that question now. And the reason Tadao Sensei sent a text right now is that to talk about it. So probably the next webinar, he's going to talk about it too. But if I get the answer, I'll pass it to you. Yeah, so it's good to raise the voice, and then I can always pass to Tadao Sensei. Yeah, so please don't hesitate anything. Yeah. And how many daishihans are there now? It's 14, I think. In Europe, Rika Tanaka, Amanda Jane, Zelka Kleeman, Uta Better, Gabrielle, who moved from Canada to Germany, and Yap San in Holland, Werner in Holland, that's 7 in Europe, and the rest is in Japan. Ikuko Hirota and Teranaka-san, who's assistant in Jikiden Reiki Institute. Sano-san, she's in Women in Reiki. She's an acupuncturist. Nishina-san, Nishina Masaki, he's still active teaching Western Reiki and also separately teaching Jikiden Reiki. And me, Mario Okazaki, and Yohei just became Daishihan as well. And Albi-san in Taiwan. Albi. Yeah, so that's 7 and 7. Yeah. So that's yeah. And do you think we'll have another Daishihan in North America? I'm asking the same question to Tadao Sensei as well. So let's get him think about it too. Yeah. Okay. And I have another meeting to go. Okay. Yeah. Good, good. Okay. So any other question? You can raise your hands or any comment that you have a desire. I want to talk. Everybody's good?
Hey, Mary.
Hi,
Hi.
Tammy. Oh, Tammy, yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. Sorry I was late. I've been on 3 Zooms in the last hour.
Woo.
So,
Your eyes.
um, you said that Frank Ajarve is no longer with Jikid and Reiki?
Mhm.
Oh, too bad.
Yes. He's got so much to share.
Mhm.
And yeah, he's got so much to share, and he's a Reiki historian, right? So there's information that's not in Jikiden Reiki he wants to share. So I think he just wanted to be free, and
Mhm.
he just want to he wanted to be himself, I guess. Not
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, well, he's got both worlds, right? So,
Yes, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
he's very
I'm pretty
lucky.
sure that was a huge struggle for him to make a decision
Oh, I
because he
bet.
was part of the Jikiden Reiki for over 20 years and contributed for us so in so many ways. So we are really grateful for his effort and presence for all these years. Yeah, and then it was a friendly apart. It's
Yeah.
not
Okay.
fighting apart. Yeah, so we are still in not as much communication, of course, but we wish him well, and we love him. Continue to love him.
Well, that was so great that he came and we got to meet him and listen to him at the North American Congress.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
that was, yeah. Yeah, so if you have any connection with him, you can continue to say hi.
I
It's
don't.
you don't.
Well, maybe on Facebook, but yeah.
Good.
Anyway, thank you for that.
Thank you. Good. Anything else? What's recommendation do you have for teacher to encourage student to attend Reiju Kai? Just have a place, I think. Continuously have a place. When I was in Chilliwack, in Canada, even though I only have one person, I still keep doing it. Yeah, if it's one person, I'll do it because we can do one-on-one session. I can receive full session from that person. You can give a full session. It's sort of like a really treat. Yeah, so you have a place continuously, like every month, second Tuesday is a Reijukai, and if you provide the place for them, and then they'll start to get into the routine. But if you're doing here and there, and okay, I'm not doing it because there's no person coming in, then it's unstable. Yeah, so you just offer the stable place. Yeah, and yeah, and I offer that it's really good to have a place to practice. Yeah, and practicing Reiki and feeling Byosen and talk about it. And it really is a good motivation, encourage them to continue. So then if they have that kind of place, then if once they encounter the situation that they really have to do Reiki, then they're confident already. Yeah, so to keep the confidence, it's good to have a Reijukai and practice time. Yeah, yeah, so that's how I encourage them. And don't take it personally if you don't have anyone come. It's just their time is not right, but you just continue it. Yeah. And take it like if you offer the Reijukai and no one comes, then you just take it as a cancellation, like a free time for you. I have a free time now, right? So take it positive way instead of, oh, no one came. No one loves me. Yeah. People loves you. Yeah, so okay. And lack of community yeah, a lack of continuity is the biggest challenge. Yes, yeah, especially if people live by themselves or families far away, or there's the people no one understand Reiki around you, then you feel like, oh, I have no one to do it. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we have this kind of community. So then at least you can be in touch with the other people who's other part of the continent who's continuing it. And another thing is that the Chiyoko sensei learned Reiki 1938, and then she moved to Manchuria 1941. Probably around that time, she was attending the practice time with local people. But after she moved to Manchuria, she was by herself. And she came back to Kyoto after the war. And then that, and so basically, she didn't have any community until they started Jikiden Reiki. Until then, she was just doing Reiki for other people or themselves. Yeah, herself. Yeah, so she didn't really have a community, but she just continued it. Yeah, and then she didn't have any Reiju Kai or practice group or anything like that. But she was able to continue Reiki in her hands. Yeah, so we can do the same as well. Yeah, when I started to do Reiki in Chilliwack, I was all by myself, and I was in a it's so-called Bible Belt community. So every corner there's a Bible, and nothing church. Nothing wrong with the church or anything. I'm not against of that, but usually the Christian people they don't like they see Reiki as a black magic or witchcraft or things like that. Yeah, it's just yeah, so it was hard for me to spread it, but I still continue by myself. And my teacher was in Japan. I have no community, but I just keep doing it. So I'm pretty sure everybody can do it.
Where did
You offered Reiki to Christian friend, and she said no. Yeah, I think it's based on their teaching. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just their belief that Jesus is the person who does the healing, not the human, a live human. Yeah. Somebody tried.
Mary, where did Chioko Sensei learn first? What city?
Ishikawa.
Ishikawa. Okay.
Prefecture.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a really faithful Catholic friend who's one of my best friend. And when I started to do Reiki, she said, "You can't do that. You can't do that. No, no, no." And we were still talking, and she's even get the letter from the father from the church and to not doing Reiki because this is witchcraft and considered as a black magic. And I said, I think I'm doing the good thing. I just stood myself. I think Jesus and God is not that narrow-minded. I think they're happy that I'm trying to help others. Don't you think so? I'm just trying to help others. And I think they'll be proud of me, what I do. And yeah, and eventually the father of that church came to receive Reiki with me, and he said to me that you continue, you are doing really good work and you're helping others, so you continue what you love to do. So yeah, I got approval from the local church father. That felt good. Yeah. Yeah. Good. And Reijukai in Nelson, BC area will be December 14th. You're warmly welcome to join us if you're in the area. Nelson, BC is like a northeast part of. Yeah, so that's great. Thank you. Good, good. Okay, I'm aware of time. Any other comments, questions? Everybody okay? Do people find out about Reijukai through their teachers and word of mouth? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So communication with the teacher is really important. If you're living far away from the teacher, then you sort of ask the teacher, is there any other person who lives in your area? Yeah. And you might be able to find, you might not, but communication with the teacher is important. Yes, Jen is really great about that. Good. I agree. Good. Okay. Just wondering if there was a more formal network. For outside of Japan, it's there's a network for the teachers, but not through the practitioners. There's a nonprofit organization, International Jikiden Reiki Association, which for the North America or Europe, only teachers can join, just because we don't have a manpower. We're not trying to eliminate the practitioner, but we just don't have a manpower. That's why we are limiting to the teachers. And if you are Shihankaku and Shihan, you can join the nonprofit organization, International Jikiden Reiki Association, and they have a webinar once in a while. Yeah, but with the practitioner, this is one of the active one. And other than that, maybe through the teacher. Yeah, so I'm sorry, I can't offer the more formal network. Yeah. But thank you for asking. Good. Anyway, are we good? Everybody content? Good. Okay. Oh, there's another. Yeah. Good, good, good. Okay. Good. Okay. So thank you so much for coming today. It was great to see all the faces. And probably after the new year, today is, yeah, every 2 months or so. So in January, I'll set up the date. And yeah, so Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everything else. Yeah, be well, keep warm. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you
Bye.
very much, Mary
Thank
San.
you.
Very much appreciated. Thank you.
Gozaimasu. Mari-san.
Mari-san.
Hi, Marius.
Hi,
Thank you, Mary-san.
Hi.
Sure do miss you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I'm going to teach in January again.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fun.
Got to put it out there. I love it. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for today,
Thank
Mary.
you,
If you ever want a Reiki session, if you ever need Enkaku, send me a message.
Thank you.
Yeah, me too. Good idea. Help the teacher.
Yeah, always.
Help the
Thank you
sensei.
so much.
Much love to you and your family, sweetie. Have a good Christmas.
So much back to you too.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Mary, I'm learning Japanese on Duolingo.
Cool.
Yeah, I know
Ready to
words.
Okay.
What did you say?
Getting ready to come to Japan.
Yeah, that would be fun. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That
it'd
would
be
be
fun.
fun. Come and play and hang out. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Good to see you.
You too. Sorry I was
Okay.
late.
That's
Okay.
all right. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks for everything, Mary.